Introduction to Bodyweight Circuits. This is an 18-minute class.
Hi, my name is Helen and I'm taking you through a taster class for bodyweight circuits. I have short brown hair and I'm teaching this class from the comfort of my own home. The benefits of bodyweight circuits are improving your strength, your mobility, improving your balance and your aerobic fitness. 3, 2, 1. So we'll start the class with a warm-up and then we'll work through 8 exercises for standing, and we usually work for time. We'll work for 35 seconds on, 15 seconds recovery. So before we get started on that, we're going to start with our warm-up. So we're going to plant our feet shoulder distance apart, standing nice and tall. We're just going to roll our shoulders in circles forward, and you're going to bring your shoulders up towards your ears and around. So let's go for 4 forward. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we'll change direction. We'll bring those shoulders up and back. So nice big circles with your shoulders. Get a little bit of mobility into those areas. And last one. Lovely. We're going to take the feet shoulder distance apart and we're going to go side to side. So the right foot taps beside the left and the left taps beside the right. So again, just getting a little bit of movement into the body, warming up our muscles and our joints. That's it. So we bring our arms out in front and we're going to just pull the shoulder blades back and our elbows backwards as we sidestep. Well done. So we're tapping to the side and we're drawing those arms back. Nice and controlled, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Well done. We'll go for 4 more. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Slowing it out of that, we bring ourselves into high knees. So bring the feet back to hip distance, nice and tall, core switched on. We're going to bend at the elbows and we're going to bring one knee at a time up to hip height as we bend the elbows and bring the arms back and forth. Well done. Lovely. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Easing out of that. Standing nice and tall, we alternate the heels out in front. So tapping the heels on the floor with our toes pointed to the ceiling. Nice one. Arms are long, and we start bending at the elbows. Nice, so bringing your fists or your hands up towards your shoulders. Alternating heel digs. Lovely, so nice and tall. So taking this at your own pace and make sure you're breathing. Lovely. Let's go for 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax out of that. Lovely. Back to marching on the spot. Well done. So for this one, you're going to have your arms long, resting on the front of your thighs. We're going to start tapping behind us this time with the feet. So tap your toes behind, keeping the heel pointed to the ceiling. And with the arms, we're going to start raising them up to shoulder height. So as one foot goes back, the arms come up parallel to shoulder height, knuckles towards the ceiling. As you bring your feet back together, your arms lower back to your legs. Well done. Let's go 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice one. Back to marching on the spot. Lovely. Well done. Okay, so back to the start we go. We go side to side. That's good. Back into our rows. So arms out in front. Start bringing the elbows back. Palms facing towards each other. That's it. So tapping the right foot beside the left. The left comes over and taps beside the right. Nice one. So leave the arms out, keep the legs going, and we'll start bending at the knee. So alternating leg curls. So bringing your heel up towards your glutes, shifting the weight from the right to the left. Good job. Well done. And then bring the arms out in front and we'll row. Nice. So elbows come and sweep along the side of the rib cage as you draw your shoulder blades together. Well done. Good. Go for 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ease out of that. Feet come hip distance apart. High knees. Lovely. Bending at the elbows. We bring the arms back and forth as you bring a knee up to hip height. Whew. Lovely. So you might feel yourself getting a little bit breathless. That's okay. Good. Take it at your own pace. So we're just getting warmed up. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. straight into your heel digs. So heels coming out in front, nice one, toes pointed to the ceiling, and then bring your arms in. So long arms down by the side of the body. You can bring your palms up towards your shoulders. Well done. 4 more, 3, 2, and 1. Nice one, back to marching on the spot. We're nearly there. Last warm-up exercise into our strides. So feet coming behind, arms long in front of the legs. Off we go. We raise the arms up to shoulder height as we tap behind, heels off the floor. So we've got arms and legs moving. Well done. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. If you need a drink, grab it now. We're going to get started. Your class will be back in 15 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Okay, so this time we're going to go for 8 exercises back to back, 35 seconds on each one, 15 seconds recovery. Starting with squats, we take our feet shoulder distance apart, bracing the abs, sitting down and back. So my hands are clasped out in front of my chest or resting on my hips. Well done. So if you imagine you're sitting back onto a chair and then standing tall, so pushing into the heels to get the legs moving. Well done. Good. So strengthening our legs as we work through our squats. If needed, you can add in a chair, sit onto the chair and stand tall. Well done. And breathe and rest. Well done. Next one is our high knees. So standing feet hip distance apart, nice and tall, core is switched on, and you're going to bring one knee at a time up to hip height. Well done. And bend at the elbows and bring the arms back and forth. So as I lift my right leg, my left arm is coming forward and alternating. Nice, well done. Good. So again, that little pause with the knee up in the air, just at hip height, is going to challenge your balance. Nice one. That's it, keep it going. Another few seconds here. It's good. Well done. Last 3, 2, and 1, and recover. So our next exercise is the sumo squat or our wide stance. So feet are wide, wider than for the regular squat, with your toes turned out slightly, about 45 degrees. You're going to brace your abs, so using that rest time to catch your breath, and then you're going to go into that wide stance sumo squat. Here we go. Well done. And again, my hands are out in front of my chest or on my hips. Well done. And again, we're working and strengthening the glutes, the hamstrings, and the quads. Good. And we're breathing. So inhaling and exhaling, coming back up nice and tall, and standing, keeping the feet placed in position. Last 3, 2, and 1, and recover. Okay, like we did in our warm-up, our stride with our forward raise. So arms are long, shoulders relaxed, feet hip distance apart. And we start by tapping behind with one foot, keeping the heel point to the ceiling. And if that's enough for you, keep with that. We'll bring in some arm work, shoulder work. So we're going to raise our arms up to shoulder height as we bring one foot behind. Well done. Good. As we bring our feet back together, we lower the arms back to the legs. So our knuckles are facing up towards the ceiling and we're just coming up to shoulder height. Well done. We go for 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Catch your breath and we go into our lunges. So with our lunge, we might need to hold on to a chair or a countertop, something that's not going to move on you. You start with your feet hip distance apart. We're going to take the right foot behind and nice and slowly bending that back knee down towards the floor. So again, working the legs, challenging our balance. If you want to make it a little bit harder, step forward in between each rep. So reverse lunge. As you bring the foot behind, slowly bend that back knee down towards the floor. Lovely. So working one leg or one side for 35 seconds and then we'll swap. Nice work, well done. And recover. Lovely. Other side, other leg. Nearly there. 2 more exercises on this circuit and then we go back to the start. So left leg is coming behind, imaginary train tracks. Left foot comes behind. Slowly lower that back knee. So a bit like a genuflect. That back knee comes down close to the floor or whatever's comfortable for your body. And if you need to make it a little bit harder or want to, you step the foot back each time. So left foot goes back, slowly lower the back knee and step forward nice and tall. Holding on to something if you need to. Well done, we're nearly there. Breathing. Good stuff. Nice one. Last couple of seconds and recover. Okay, one more. Our low jack. So instead of jumping off the floor, we're going to do a low jack. So arms long down by the side of the body, feet hip distance apart. We're going to raise our arms as we lift the right foot to the side, tap, lower the arms, left foot. Off we go. So bring in a little bit of speed if you have it there. Arms come up and overhead. As we tap a foot to the side, bring the feet together, lower the arms. Nice one. Good. So alternating sides, low jack. Good work. Last exercise in this circuit. Well done. Tap it out. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower. Lovely. Grab yourself a drink. Your class will be back in 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's make our way down to the floor and we'll do some core work. So 3 exercises, let's make our way to the floor. So the first one is our push-up. We're going to come down onto our hands and knees. And for beginners, I'd like you to think about a nice strong core on all fours, bending your elbows, chest towards the floor only. A little bit more advanced, go to the front of your knees, cross your ankles, core engaged, and you're going to allow your chest and your hips towards the floor. So bend those elbows and lower yourself down. Exhale, push back up. Full push up onto the toes. Nice and slowly bend the elbows and allow the chest and the hips to the floor and breathe out as you come up. So choosing your level. So we're going to aim for 10 of those. Okay, so I'm going to stay on the front of my knees for this one. Hands are just outside shoulder distance apart. My ankles are crossed. Nice inhale as you lower down. Exhale, push back up. So that's 1. Off we go. 2, 3, well done. 4, 5, 6, good. 7, nearly there. 8, 9, and last one for 10. Nice one. Ease yourself back onto your heels and bring yourself around onto your back. So the next exercise called glute bridge, we're going to target our hamstrings and our glutes. So lying on your back with your knees bent, your feet flat on the floor and your arms down alongside your body. So nice strong core. You're going to push into your heels and lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Pause at the top, squeeze your glutes and slowly back down to the floor. That's 1. Off we go for 2. Well done. 3, 4, well done. Nice and slowly back to the mat for 5. Make sure you're getting that pause at the top. 6, squeezing your glutes. 7, your bum muscles at the top. 8, 2 more. 9, and last one for 10. Good job, well done. Okay, staying on our back. So the next exercise is dead bug. We're going to stay on our back. We're going to bring one knee up into the air at a time, and then the second knee. Your feet are slightly higher than your knees, and your knees stacked above your hips. So we're at 90 degrees here. Lower back on the floor, extend the arms to the ceiling, And nice and slowly, choose a right arm, left leg, send it towards the floor, and then back to the ceiling. Off we go. So make sure you're breathing, and we're trying to keep our lower back on the floor. Good. So if you find your lower back is beginning to arch and lift, I want you to think about not allowing the leg to go as close to the ground next time. If you need to, you can keep that bend in the knee and just slowly tap and tap, alternating heels to the floor without straightening up the leg. Let's go for 2 more. And last one, lower your arms, lower one leg at a time to the floor and relax. Your class will be back in 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So we're going to stretch. We're going to stand on one leg. We're going to bring our heel in towards our glutes. So trying to get the knees in line. If you can't grab your shoe by your laces, just grab your heel cup and draw the leg in or the heel in towards your body. And nice deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. Well done. Again, holding on to something if you need to. And we'll swap legs, other side. So again, standing tall, bring your heel up. Try and get the knees in line. So soften that knee that you're standing on. And nice breaths in and out. Lovely. Stretching our quads, the front part of our leg, the upper part of our leg. Stretching our quad muscles. Nice one. So both feet on the floor, we're going to do our hamstrings, the back of our upper leg. We're going to slightly lean forward from the hips as we take our right foot out in front, bending that left knee. Our feet are flat on the floor, facing forward. You can balance by placing your hands above that bent knee and then raise up the toes of that right foot, keeping the heel on the floor. So we're going to get our calf stretch in there as well. Brilliant. Come back to standing and we'll do the left side. So left leg comes out in front, bending that right leg, leaning on the top of the right leg with your hands and raising up the front toes, keeping the heel on the floor. So the hamstrings and the calf of that straight leg are being stretched. Well done. And back to standing. Nice one. We're going to take one arm, so standing feet hip distance apart. We've stretched our legs. We're going to do the upper body. We're going to bring our right arm across the chest and using the other hand just to encourage it in a little bit closer, somewhere between your elbow and your shoulder. Well done. And we'll swap arms. We'll bring the left arm across the body, straight across, and placing your other hand somewhere between your elbow and your shoulder, just to encourage that stretch. Nice one. Relax the arms down. We'll bring our hands behind our lower back and we'll raise them up towards the ceiling. You can separate your hands and have your wrists neutral, so your palms facing upwards as you raise your hands towards the ceiling. If you're interested in participating in this class, just register your interest with visionsport.ie. I look forward to seeing you online soon.
For more information on our home exercise series, visit visionsports.ie.